Right, hello. Right, it's been about 20 minutes, half an hour after the last video we just made, which we'll upload them both together, but you know what I mean, the other one was made first. And we're referring back to this book because we were actually quite happy with the way the last one turned out, weren't we?
Give credibility to the book again.
Yeah, credibility again, because you did make an awesome book.
Mark Lehner and Billy Goldberg, MD, published by orionbooks.co.uk. No, you have to do that.
Yeah, alright, she's done it. Right. Anyway, so I've now picked the questions, and I don't actually know the answers because obviously I'm not sad enough to sit and read the book. Sorry, I love you. Anyway, and so I've now picked the questions, and she's got to answer them based on what she thinks, but she can't actually remember the answers because she read them a while ago.
I read them when I've taken all my sleeping meds.
And she's in a daze. Right, anyway, so do you want to know what the first question is?
Of course I do. How can I answer it if I don't know what the fucking question is?
Right, the question is...
my language, please.
Okay. Is there really a G-spot?
Can I answer this from a personal point of view? Or...
Please do.
Yes. Hang on. In women...
Yeah.
Only because I am a female.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
But... I'm not mentioning his name, but he knows who he is because he's my boyfriend right now. But he managed to induce a feeling of... so I'm trying to put this in the most nicest way.
I feel a bit ill, actually.
He managed... Sorry, what?
Nothing. Nothing. Carry on.
And he knows, because he's my boyfriend right now, and has been for, hence why I'm here. And
carry on.
Yeah.
G-spots.
Anyway, so G-spots do exist. I don't know where. I'm not getting into any further detail, but all I'm going to say is that after having experienced during one session alone of activity,
so what, you were doing it yourself?
No, with him.
Right, okay, go on.
But what I mean is that I actually said to him afterwards, oh my God. I said that you have just, it blew
you away.
Blew me away because, yeah.
And I know men have one in their bum, don't they?
Can I just finish my... Right, yeah. And I do happen to know, it's
an ex of yours of whom I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's no big secret. It's just the father of my child from my child 17. We're talking a very long time ago, and I was not involved in any of this stuff. But since me, long after I'd gone, he decided
he likes it up the bum.
Yeah, but he's not gay.
He's not gay, but he discovered he had a G-spot in his bum, didn't he?
Yeah, and decided to tell me about it like a couple of years ago. Because we're friends. We've always been friends. It's a good thing about me and my son's father. We've always been friends. And yeah, he told me about it. And then I've since read about blah, blah, blah. But yeah, males do have a G-spot in their anal passage. Oh God, I have to...
What was that? Passage?
Passage.
Wow.
The anal passage. Apparently,
obviously, I have no experience.
I'm not putting my fingers up any men's bums ever.
Right. Anyway.
Well,
enough about bums.
Yeah.
We've all had a I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Let's just anyway. Moving on. Right.
More than cancer.
Do men need sex more often than women?
No. They just think they do.
Well, actually, we're always gagging, aren't we?
Gagging for a shagging.
Gagging for a shagging.
Sorry, it just rhymes. It rhymes.
No,
you know me, I like words.
Yeah, right, I'm not being funny, right? As much as you think you want it, men.
No. So can I just interrupt there?
Mm-hmm.
What's the actual question?
Do men need sex more often than women?
No, I think because they have outward physical
genitalia.
Yeah, signs of thinking they might need sex. That it's a misconception that they have a higher libido or need for sex than women, but I don't actually think that's true.
Because you could go at any point if you're a woman, can't you? Literally at any point. You can just go.
Well, yeah.
You looked at me then like, well, are you sure about that?
I'm like thinking, well, any point. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying, you know?
Mm.
But with men, they tend to think a hole's a goal. Right?
Goal. Yeah.
Sorry, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, get their end away and all that.
Yeah.
Whereas women actually want, you know, intellect, conversation, wine, dined, treated like a lady, well, whatever. No, I don't think the scientific answer, because I mean, bear in mind I have read most of the book, because I just put it around the pages. I don't think the answer is true. I think men think they do because of the physical outward occurrence of...
Boners again, yeah.
A bloody boner.
I personally would say that yes, women need it more than men.
More than men?
More than men.
Okay, what's the actual scientific answer? So I can't actually remember.
It just says something along the lines of MRI results suggest like when both men and women were showed nudes of like the opposite sex. I think women.
Oh, like pornography, but like for men it was like
I think women. I think women just responded to it better. Like
really, was that what it said?
I haven't actually read it, but.
When analysing the MRI results, researchers found
that 2 areas of the brain, the whatever bits, were more activated in men than in women when viewing. So
in actually case.
Oh, maybe.
So they don't need it more. They just think they want it, or they want it more because they think they need it more, but they actually scientifically don't need it. They just.
Whereas, like, I think guys. They go when they need to go, but women, you can just go anywhere.
They just put their beer goggles on and fucking.
Sorry. Yeah, beer goggles.
Fucking. What more do I need to say? Excuse my language.
Do you know beer goggles actually exist?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah. It's like something along the lines of like, you look prettier because you're drunk.
Do you know why?
Actually,
it's in that book.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's something about
to do with symmetry in the face,
and you look more symmetrical when you're drunk.
Because apparently, going back to caveman times, you wanted to produce the most effective offspring as regards survival. Because back in caveman times, it was about survival.
Of the fittest.
You would, of the fittest, or of the strongest, or of the... So you would actually, and one of the things was... not beauty necessarily, but actually looking for signs of symmetry, and apparently symmetry. But when you've been drinking like tequila shots or what were they called, Jägermeister?
Jaeger bombs.
Yeah. So
Jaeger bombs.
Sorry, I didn't get how much.
That's why.
Jaeger ones. They're blurred, so you actually probably see the real symmetry, and so what looks gorgeous at like 11 p.m. looks like what it actually is at 11 a.m. which is get the fuck out my flat and never come back. Which has never happened to me, by the way.
Never mind.
I've never been like that.
Right, and the final question, which I know the answer to, never have experienced, and kind of don't want to. Well, is can women ejaculate?
Now I know I've read the answer to this, but I can't remember. But this is my theory.
Go on then.
Because that's all I can go with. Because you're asking me the questions. I believe, apparently, there's a gland inside the vaginal wall. Because obviously, when women are sexually aroused or blah blah, you secrete fluids. Hence, you know, when
we all know what happens.
We all know what happens. Yeah, right. But apparently, yeah, some women can produce more fluid than others. Same as some men produce more semen, and you know how it goes, all that stuff. But apparently, there can be, again, like with men and the differentials between the way things go. Some women can, like, I actually can't remember the actual answer.
Right.
But I think I'm personally saying that I'm actually going to say yes, but I don't know why. Only because I'm trying to remember what I read. But it's not actually ejaculation, because
it's like, this is what
it's a spurt of fluid.
This is what, I won't mention any names, but the guy at college who I sit next to told me. He won't see this, but if anyone, anyway, right.
Doesn't really matter. You've not.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I asked him that question, and he was like, apparently, this is what he told me, that when a woman gets really, really aroused, apparently, like, it sounds so grim, but like the fluid that you produce kind of like flows into where like you urinate or something, and it builds up and builds up, and when you have an orgasm, it bursts and just goes, pew, which is really grim.
Why is it grim?
I don't know, it
might feel really good.
Yeah, apparently it feels absolutely amazing. But I've never experienced it. But
so I'm just
flexing. Do you have a pain?
Well, we've been recording for nearly 12 minutes.
Shit, okay.
But I have heard of it's called female ejaculation, but I think the actual term is used to describe what happens, but it's not like ejaculation.
But it happens when you orgasm.
Yeah, it's just an overproduction of...
like what I just said, everything builds up and just goes...
In the same way that some people love, like, for example, if we're talking food, say, I cannot stand... I would rather starve than eat lamb. Yeah?
Yeah, sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at my...
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm not very well. But, no.
In my head I just went...
No, forget the eating disorder.
Yeah, right, go on.
I'd rather starve than eat lamb. If that was the only food left on earth, I'd rather starve, because I just can't physically... The smell, everything. One time I ate a bag of Walker's crisps that were lamb and mint flavour, and I thought, oh, even people that don't like prawns or fish eat prawn cocktail crisps. And the minute I opened this bag, I was in a caravan in Weymouth at the time, I remember it, and I opened this bag of Walker's crisps, lamb and mint, and I went, and the smell, and I thought, oh, but they might taste good. I still put one in my mouth, and I literally went, and my face was worse than a gurner on acid. You know what gurners are, you know, them ones we know, you know, gurner, like, you know, the ones that, you know, the old men that take their dentures out and then do gurning things.
Yeah.
Google gurners, people, you know what a gurner is.
Yeah.
Good, well, they might not know.
Yeah, right,
But yeah, so, now I've forgotten the fucking question. Should we just stop it?
No, it was how did we get from do women ejaculate to lamb crisps?
And gurners.
I don't know.
That's why I'm thinking it might be time to stop and...
Right. Women do ejaculate, not all do. What were the other questions?
It's not real ejaculation.
It's not real ejaculation. Men have a G-spot up their ass.
Yes.
Women, apparently, as she said, have one too.
They do, but you've got to be a special
Yeah, you've got to be a proper good, which, Anyway.
I'm lucky enough to have a boyfriend, but I'll say no more. That can... Yeah,
right, what was the other one? I can't remember. In conclusion. Anyway,
I think we've covered.
Yeah, I think we've covered the whole And we know I think we've also established with this video and the last one, we know more about male genitalia than we do about our own.
I was going to say, you still got to tell me about the 3 parts of the vagina.
Right, that's what we're doing next. Right.
The vag.
The minge.
Oh, she said it.
The fringe with the M.
Right.
Right.
Over and out.